Hey everybody, Thomas here. If you're keeping up with the channel, I'm making some great progress on the shop, and as you can see, I actually got that front beam on there as well. I'll talk more about that in another video, but today's video we're going over rafters, and I've got a very long pine log here. I don't know the exact length, but just looking at it, I'm assuming 17-ish foot long. That looks about right. Look at that beautiful field my neighbor has over there. It's looking great. But anyways, we're going to cut these into some of our rafters. Our rafters are going to be 2 by 6, oh, excuse me, 1.5 by 6 by 15 foot. So this one gives me a little bit of change. And like I was saying earlier in my video, the last video where I was getting up the first rafter or the first beam, my pine logs are getting kind of slim. I have a lot of stuff out there. I might have to get kind of creative, but I don't really have a lot of long pine logs, so I have to be kind of creative and utilize the best I can. Now this is a pretty small diameter log, but it's a nice looking log, and we'll go ahead and see what we can get out of this. Once I get these rafters cut, I'll have someone come over here, maybe 1 or 2 of my buddies and everything, and it should take maybe a day or so to get all those up there. If I have 2 people here helping me, we should get them up pretty quick and then get the slats on there. And then once I get that on there, then it's just, you know, I gotta purchase the tin and then get that building covered. So I'm looking forward to that. So we'll do some cutting on this. Also, since I don't have enough projects going on, once that's project done, and then I have some other stuff to do, we are contemplating adding an extension onto the house. Now that extension has gone from 1,000 square foot extension, where it'd be a mudroom slash laundry room and another master bedroom and bath, to a laundry room mudroom combination. To, we've gone through multiple variations of this, or iterations of this. We're trying to see what the best bang for our investment is. I was also talking to my detailer today and trying to figure out where might be next for me. So there's a few areas that we're looking at, but that's about 2.5 years away from now. So I'm just weighing how much I want to invest into the property before we move. And I'm doing all this as a proof of concept to show that I can do this, and I'm learning. Boy, am I learning, because I have done some things really wrong, and I've done some things right, and I've learned what works for me, what doesn't work for me. So I'm using this as a way to learn and to learn from my mistakes. So we'll see. I don't know. But task at hand, let's go ahead and get this cut up and we'll go from there. Okay, so we've squared this up for the most part. Now down here at the very end, yes, it does have some round to the bottom. I don't think I'm going to be using the full length of this, so I'm not too worried. My last board on the bottom may have some live edge on it, but I'm not too worried. So again, I've cut it to 6 inches wide. And the height, I didn't really care what the height was, because I'm going to set it on the computer, cut these at 1.5 inches, and as you can see, this is a nice tight grain pine. Pretty straight, very minimal knots in it. This is kind of what you're looking for a good rafter beam, something to that effect. I've also gone through, changed out the blade, cleaned up around the wheels real quick, and we'll go ahead and cut this one. You'll see brand new blade on here, filled up the water tank as well, and we'll see, we'll cut this up pretty quick. I'm going to set the scale to 1.5 inches and just fly through it. So here we go. 5 boards, although I think 4 of them will be usable. One of them might have too much live on there, but we shall see. This is a really nice pine though. This is exactly what you want to see. I didn't see any movement while cutting. That makes me feel pretty good. Yeah, good looking boards. Heavy boards. Strong smelling boards, but I don't know. We'll have to measure this one. We'll see. This one's got a smidge of live edge, but I'm not worried about that. It's going into my shop, and that is totally structurally sound, and I think it adds character, so I'm cool with that. Take this slab off. So I hope that was interesting. You know, nothing much, but it really shows how that the computer really comes in handy. That computer is just phenomenal. The way that it repeats those cuts each time, I'm very confident in the way that it cuts. I don't really have to double check it, and it just really takes a lot of the guessing out of it. And when you're doing a monotonous job sometimes of cutting a lot of dimensional boards, and in my case I've got to cut 28 of these 1.5 by 6s, and as you can see I've got 4, possibly 5 usable ones on here. So one small chunk of the job done, many more to go. Please stay tuned, like and subscribe if you like what you're seeing, and more to come. Always lots more to come. We'll see y'all. Thanks.